It's JENergy! Put in your booby rocks. Live your best life. Keep doing you. So much JENergy! 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 Let's stick together with some high kicks. Bow! Bow! Hey everybody! Welcome back to this episode of So Much JENergy. We remembered how to podcast this week. It's me and my girl, Jeff Jones. Just kidding. He got a new job. He didn't call me this week. He was being a little bitch.
Oh, I work later. What do you want me to do?
I know. I just kept texting you like, oh, you get a new job and you're too cool for me? Well, because, you did. You're like a drug dealer. Like, you send me jokes and funny stuff all week at the other job, and then now you get a new job, and you're like, now I'm having withdrawals.
Oh. I could hear, too. Really, I could be on my phone just as often as I want. But...
Yeah, I know. We broke up for a minute, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to take advantage of this quiet time.
Yep. No, I do like my new job, though. It's going good.
That's good.
It is.
That's fun. Did the week go by quick?
It did. It went by super quick. I felt like I was on vacation helping a buddy out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I feel like, because I got buddies that do sheet metal, I feel like it was also, I didn't know the guy I was working with until Tuesday when he came in.
Right.
But we get along really good.
Nice.
And I felt like I was just like helping a buddy out the whole week.
Yeah. Plus it was new.
Yeah, and I got a new car. And then my new car is nice.
Yeah.
It's a Malibu.
Power
loaded
windows.
Power windows, sunroof, XM radio, heated seats. God. I don't need the heated seats yet, but...
You will.
I got leather interior. It's brown on brown, like a chocolate brown with like a light brown. Oh my gosh. It's dynamite.
Sound like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
I know. I love brown. I like brown and orange. I think are my favorite colors, but brown on brown, you couldn't ask for a better car than what I found.
Oh man. Do you name it? A lot of people here always ask me, like, did you name your car? I was like,
not yet. Nope. I usually just call it what it is. Like I drove a Cobalt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Omni, Escort.
Yeah. Like, oh, let me jump in the Bolt.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess I could call this one. I guess I'd call it my boo.
Yeah, your boo. Your BU.
My Malibu. God. But I feel like so I feel like I'm borrowing like someone's luxury car.
Or somebody's life, right? Because now you have a new car and a new job.
I know. Yeah. I feel like I'm having like a midlife revision.
Yeah.
Like a midlife crisis, but it's
like you've upgraded.
Yeah.
Upgrade.
Like leveled up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember in Idiocracy when she met Upgrade?
That's that movie.
Upgrade. I think wasn't that her boyfriend's name or something?
Yeah.
Upgrade. Well, that's super cool. I'm excited for you. Do you get like do they have like free popcorn or anything fun on Fridays or anything?
Guy brought donuts in. He said he changes it up. It's one of the guys in the office picks them up every Friday, I guess he said.
Nice.
It's actually like the owner's uncle or the owner's dad.
Okay. Cool. A relative.
Yeah, that he just hangs out.
Nice.
Yep. So that guy wanders through the shop occasionally. I got used to talking to him, older gentleman.
That's funny.
Said he picks up donuts every Friday, and then he changes it up. He'll get bagels, then he'll get muffins, and then he'll come back to donuts, bagels, muffins. So
you're on the donut rotation this week.
Yep, we had donuts this week. I said, you know what? I look forward to talking to you next Friday, Dan.
Yeah, Dan, the bakery man.
Yeah.
The breakfast item man.
Yep.
Sweet. That's cool.
Yep. So that's bonus.
That's real cool. One of my buddies from Michigan, Rita, that I played roller derby with, Rita Talliate, she sent me this video this week of this lady cleaning crystals off the top of her dresser or counter or something, and she thought one was real weird, so she looked at it and tapped it on the the thing, and it when she did it, it almost looked like it wrote, so it almost looked like a piece of chalk. And she didn't know what it was, and then she realized it was a piece of her kid's donut, a powdered donut they had left, and it like crystallized with her booby rocks.
Yeah. Nice.
She's like, this is a really weird crystal. God. And then she hits it on the whatever, the counter or whatever, and it like it didn't powder, but when she pushed it onto it looked like chalk, you know, like it wrote. Yeah. And then
I my god, you were gonna say like it started writing something to her. That went a total different direction.
Oh no, that would have been super creepy. That would have been, well, you're thinking of your Mothman prophecy stuff happening.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've been talking to Dad's going to Point Pleasant with us this year, taking the nephews and the kids.
Yeah.
Back to Point Pleasant, 3rd annual Looking for Mothman tour.
Yeah.
We invited Ronnie Jones this year.
Oh,
he's going
boy.
with us. So he's been boning up on Mothman. He has been watching so many documentaries over the past week and a half.
Okay, now pause right there, because I feel like if you go there, like you already know a lot about it, right? Yeah. And so is he finding out any new information that you are like shocked about?
No,
he's just excited. He's finding it.
He's finding it, and he's calling me and letting me know what he heard the night before and this and that. And
yeah,
a lot of times I have something I could add to it to even jazz it up more for him.
Oh, you know what and then he's like, oh man, I had no idea.
Yeah, like he had called, a good example, he called Thursday and he's like, hey, you ever hear of the Low Hotel in Point Pleasant? Low Hotel, it's haunted. I go, yeah, I know the Low Hotel. It's right across from the museum. It's like, it looks like almost like an old hotel out of like a Western.
Okay.
Almost. It's like it's along those lines. It's like something you'd see over in Romeo.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, I'm familiar with it. And he's like, hey, is that where we're staying? I go, no. I go, well, for one, the rooms are like too pricey. I have to get 2 rooms for 2 nights. So
right.
No. And the kids and I talked about staying in that hotel, and we will if we go back and it's just like me and my kids, the 3 of us, we would.
Right. But not the whole gang.
Yeah, there's too many. It's too much going on. The rooms are too no.
Yeah.
So plus we always have like a half a day of downtime, so we stay at the one that has the nice indoor pool.
Okay.
So that because we
keep
know
you busy, give you something to do.
We know we're gonna want to go to the pool. And what's cool is last year we went, which was kind of during just after quarantine, and you had to book a time for the pool, but we got the whole pool to ourselves, and nobody ever even like booked time. So we just kept going back out. I'm like, can we go till 1:30? They're like, yeah. Go back out. Can we go till 2? Yeah. Hey, can we just book it till like 4? They're like, yeah. So we booked it for like just.
Sweet. Can you even imagine Dad in a haunted hotel though? Like, I feel like the ghost would never show up because it just keeps getting yelled at. Like,
yeah. I went over there last night. The kids and our plan was to go over there and watch the movie, The Mothman Prophecy with Richard Gere, Deborah Messing.
Yeah.
Watch that. Laura Linney's in it. So we watched that. That was our plan, was that, and then a couple small short documentaries, maybe on YouTube or something off of Netflix or Amazon. And we got there, and Dad and I watched 2 full documentaries. Then the kids showed up. So then we watched Mothman Prophecies. Well, then they were all amped up. So we watched 2 more documentaries after that. We were there till about 1:30 in the morning.
Oh my God.
We were on Ron
let me
Jones
tell
time.
let me tell you what happened the first time I saw that movie with Dad. Like, we were at Mom and Dad's house. And
Mothman Prophecies?
Yeah.
He's seen it before?
Yeah, he doesn't remember. It was like a long time ago.
It's because it don't have Van Damme or Steven Seagal.
Yeah, right. Well, when did it come out? When did the movie?
2002?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was going to say, because I thought Peanut was little. So she would have been like 5 at that time. And so we watched the movie. It scared the living bejesus out of me. I don't think I talked after. Well, I don't like scary movies anyway. Like the thought of like something just coming out like that, and really, yeah, I don't know. It just freaked me out. So I'm driving home, and we have a lot of dirt roads in Michigan, and I would take a back road to get to our subdivision, and I had the window down, and a June bug flew in and hit me right in the face, and I was screaming and like, like all over the dirt road. I was like, this is it. I thought for sure that's how I was gonna bite it, and I was
So
like,
dumb.
I know. I probably manifested that
Yeah.
June bug to do that. You know what I mean? Just because I put out there like, watch something
Right.
happen. But if somebody doesn't know, like, so if we have listeners that have no idea what the Mothman prophecy is about, can you kind of just explain that?
Yeah, well, there's an author guy, and back in 1966, John Keel. He's an author, and he at the time was investigating. He worked for I believe, the Washington Post.
Okay.
Um, and he was working on a UFO sighting that had happened over on the other side of the state in West Virginia.
Oh,
So while
okay.
he was there from Washington, the Washington Post, doing a story about UFO sightings, there was like 4 or 5 all within like a 2-3 week period
Oh,
over in
wow.
another town on the other side of the state. While
Okay.
he was there, the Mothman started getting spotted in and around Point Pleasant, around the munitions ground. A number of people, I mean, it was more than just like 2 or 3. It was like there was like groups of like 5 to 12 people, like in a group, that all seen this thing repeatedly.
And it's like a shadow.
No, it's like a 6 to 8 foot tall. Some say it has feathers that are gray or brown, and it's like the shape of it is like a moth. Now, the name Mothman, even back in the 66, it actually came from a villain from the Batman comics.
Oh,
Because the
okay.
way people described it is that's what it looked like, was the Mothman, the villain from
Okay.
the
So is it
comics
really
back in
like
the
an
day.
apparition, or is it like a
No,
spirit,
it's a
or
being. It's
a
like
being? Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a physical, tangible
Oh, okay.
animal,
I didn't even know that.
like
I thought it
Bigfoot.
was like a
No, it's like there, and like people
oh,
describe it in detail. Like
yeah.
it's like a 6 to 8 foot tall, like ripped human, like that's like ripped, like muscular as all get out,
Yeah.
and
I
just
remember
has
the
like
pictures in the movie. So if you
yeah,
haven't seen the movie, it's
and
pretty
its
cool.
wingspan is like 15 feet. So
Yeah.
while John Keel in 66 was over investigating UFO sightings, these all started happening. So that he kind of took his interest over there. And then he had a few incidents with it. But just he ended up being there for about a year, 18 months almost, just investigating all of the Mothman occurrences and appearances.
Okay.
I mean, these were like good Christian, like people that grew up in
Reputable
Point Pleasant.
people.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they felt like, even they felt very uncomfortable about what they had witnessed because they couldn't explain it.
Right.
Then it all culminated with he was spotted underneath the Silver Lake Bridge, which runs from West Virginia over to Ohio.
Okay.
And this was on December 15th and 16th, that evening. It's about 10 days before Christmas, and it was on a Friday, I believe. Everybody was out doing their Christmas shopping, and tons of cars going and coming and going. And this is just where people went to the downtown area.
Okay.
And there was a lot of hustle and bustle in that area at the time, for
Yeah.
sure. And the Mothman was spotted underneath the Silver Lake Bridge right around 5:30 at rush hour. Then next thing you know, a cable snapped on the bridge, and the whole bridge came down and ended up killing, I believe, 49 people died in it. But
My
I think,
gosh.
yeah, something like 100 cars came off of the bridge.
Dang.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That is
Yeah, it killed
crazy.
like 46 people. I think it killed 40. No, not 100 cars. It killed 46, and it injured, I think, like 117 people.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, but they ended up pulling out all of the pieces of the bridge and reassembling it out in this field, um,
To see what
to
happened.
see kind of like what had happened. Yeah, and they found out that a bolt, and I say a bolt, but it looks like a 55-gallon drum is
Oh yeah.
the size of these bolts. And it's
Okay.
not really a bolt, it's like a peg that goes through that holds a bunch of the cables together.
Yeah.
That ended up having a 3 centimeter crack in it. And it was like a super small crack, but the way and where it was, it gathered a lot of water over, like, it was there for like 35 years prior to this.
Oh
And
gosh.
so over 35 years, that peg ended up gathering water in a 3 centimeter crack. I think this is all crap. I don't buy into this, but I'm just telling you what the documentaries say.
Yeah. Right.
And
Right.
yeah. So, and it was the 13th peg, and that peg snapped, released a cable, which brought down the whole bridge.
Oh dang.
I don't think that one peg snapping would have brought down this whole bridge. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah. You're just
So,
sharing the
right.
documentary notes.
Right. So
Yeah.
John Keel ended up writing a book about it called The Mothman Prophecy.
Okay.
And then fast forward to, 30, 40 years later, the movie with Richard Gere and stuff, that movie is about, in the movie, his name is John Klein.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and all the names are slightly altered just like that from
Yeah.
the real people in real life, which I thought was kind of cool. But in the movie, John Klein, his wife sees something real quick, gets in an accident. This all happens in the first 5 minutes of the movie. I'm not going to ruin anything here
Right,
by
right.
telling you this. And gets in an accident, and she's in the hospital, and she keeps talking and drawing these weird drawings. And then he goes to Point Pleasant. Actually, he's driving through Point Pleasant to go investigate something else in the state, and his car dies out on a back road. He sees things. Then he gets to town eventually. It's going to be a while before his car is fixed. Then they look at it and they're like, well, no, never mind. Nothing's wrong with it. His car was fine. But he still got stranded there because now he ran into like a few of the locals that were talking about weird things happening. And,
Yeah.
you know, so that's in the movie. That's ultimately what Richard Gere plays, John.
Okay. Yeah. Such a. Well, thanks for filling us in, because if somebody's listening and doesn't have any idea, then
I just like talk. I'll
Yeah.
talk forever about it.
I know. And so you go on an annual trip there, and what's the point? Like, because I know the museum is pretty tiny. Like, it's about the size of a house.
It's about, the store itself is about the size of a 2-car garage. The museum is about 2 of those.
Yeah.
So you're talking, this whole thing is only like maybe 15 feet by 50 feet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But every year we go there, we hit the museum. There's a coffee shop next door that has like some cool Mothman. Like, you can get Mothman different type coffees in there.
Yeah.
Mothman cookies. Then there's a store across the street, and this whole downtown district is like super small. I mean, it's not very big.
Right.
But across the street is the Mason Jar. That's another store that carries just a whole bunch of Mothman propaganda.
Okay.
Bigfoot stuff. We always go there and buy stuff. And there's a big seawall, and where the Silver Lake Bridge used to run across from Main Street across the river right there, there's a giant mural that's painted on the wall.
Oh.
This seawall is probably 15 feet tall, and it runs for a good 400 yards across that waterfront there.
Yeah.
But right where the bridge used to stand, you can see this nice mural they have, and a little memorial statue thing that's there for it.
Okay.
And the downtown area has a Mothman statue that sits right in the center of town. It's like actual size. I say that because it's like 6 to 8 feet.
Right.
It's huge. So
do people still see it these days?
You know, the last sighting, I believe there were sightings as of 2020, and it's not just in Point Pleasant. I don't believe it's been spotted in Point Pleasant since the end of 1966.
Oh, okay.
The last time it was spotted was under that Silver Lake Bridge.
Oh.
The Mothman himself is known as a harbinger of doom. Like, if you see him, it's not him that's gonna like carry you away and eat your soul. It's not that. He's more of a foreshadowing. Like, if you see the Mothman, something terrible is gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
That's just the gist of it.
Gotcha.
You know, so really you don't want to see him. People, like, he was spotted like when Chernobyl happened. There were people that have claimed to see a shadowy figure, 15-foot wingspan, 6 feet tall, gray and brown feathers. I mean, they called it the Mothman. Then there's been, if you look it up, there's a number of just catastrophic events that have happened throughout time where people have claimed to have seen a moth type figure right prior to it. So like I say, he's like a harbinger of doom.
Dang.
Yep.
Well, let's bring it back.
Sorry, I guess
No, that's okay. That's all right. No, that's good stuff. Yeah, so safe travels on your trip and good times with Ronnie motherfucking Jones. You were traveling with him.
Yep. It'll be a good time.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Hi, look at this. Hi. What? Oh, boy.
I think he's taking 2 of the nephews in his car that both have their driver permits.
Yeah.
So they can get some of their driving hours in so he doesn't have to drive. I think they're riding with him.
Oh, that's fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, good news. Do you work out?
I work out. No, Jen, do I look like I work out? Well, I do enough stuff in my day-to-day. I probably take 10,000 steps in a day regularly.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I mean, aside from humping metal and everything else I do.
No, well, I stopped back at CrossFit the other day to say hi to those little nuggets, and I ended up going back and working out again.
Oh, did you sign a membership?
CrossFit! It's month to month.
Oh, okay.
CrossFit!
CrossFit.
So, but the funny part I was going to tell you about is, so they're in a big, huge building, and one half is CrossFit and one half is gymnastics. And so when I was walking in there, this little turd turns around. He's like, "Are you here for gymnastics? It's on the other side." And I'm like, "What? What part of this looks like gymnastics? I don't even know who Gymnasty is. You know what I mean? Like, what's saying you're here for gymnastics? Is it my uniboob? Is it because I'm 5'1"? I'm very close to the ground. Like, what is it? What?
I work out.
Gymnastics. I will punch you in the mouth, sir. And then it started making me laugh about, like, you know, when you F-bomb at somebody, and like kids are all sensitive now. So you're like, well, I just throw out the PH. You know what? I'm like, you know what? Fuck off. but it's like you got to be nice about it. But, you know, like, fuck off. You know what I mean? Instead of like in the 80s, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like in the 80s, we were like, you know what? Fuck off. You know, it was serious. It was with the F.
Exclamation points.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I put that in my comedy show now. I was like, man, little sissy bitches now can't even take an F-bomb coming at them.
They get all emotional.
They're like, oh, she swore at me. It was with a PH.
It's triggering my anxiety. Got your anxiety.
Oh, man. Funny stuff. Oh, but speaking of workout, I got there, so I'm CrossFitting it up, right? And I'm like, I don't know, something feels real weird. Like my pants they weren't like coming down in the back, but they felt a little weird in the back. So I went to the bathroom after the workout and realized that I had them on backwards, my workout pants. So they were like real high up in the front and lower in the back. And I was like,
did I talk about that on here that day I had that was weird?
Yeah, your underwear were on backwards.
Boxers. I had a pair of boxers on backwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
On my junk all weird. And I thought I had like a.
Yeah, your underoos.
I thought I had almost like a hernia coming or going or something.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, man. I did have this thought this week. If your name is April, what do you do the rest of the year? I don't know. I thought about that. I was actually laying out in the grass with Linus at lunch. Like, I threw a blanket out, and I was just out there with him at lunch. Came in the house. I had 4 bee stings. 4. 2 of them were on my elbows. Like, they they were like, Wonder Twin powers, activate. And they stung me right in the same spot on opposite sides of my body. Jeez. 4 bee stings. What the actual hell?
I don't know. Do you know where April Fools come from?
I feel like you might have told us, but I don't know.
Oh, have I told it on here?
I don't know. Let's talk about what happened.
April 1st used to be the beginning of the year. There was a high up in the church. I don't know his name, but it was in 1585. He ended up, for a religious reason, changing when the year began. And so they changed it to January 1st. Became the beginning of the calendar year.
Okay.
And so people that refused to accept that at the time, they still claimed April 1st was the beginning of the year, and those people were considered fools.
Oh.
And then to tease them, people would play tricks and pranks on the people who believed April 1st is the beginning of the year.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, good to know. 1585. Thank you for Random Facts by Jeff Jones with 1 F.
Glad I could be here.
I know. Okay, I did. You know how like you've given reviews, like we've talked about reviews that you've shared through like different Amazon and stuff.
Yep.
So when I don't know, this will sound crazy, but Linus doesn't sleep all night. Like when there's a full moon, he wakes up at 3 a.m. on the full moon, and then it takes him like a week to like cycle back into regular sleeping. It's the craziest thing. So I get up the other night and I was listening to I'll listen to like meditation music or drumming, things like that. And I found this one. It's called, so there's like binaural beats, which is like,
I've looked up binaural beats. I like
some people are giving binaural beats thumbs down. Who does that? Why are you giving a thumbs down on meditation music?
I don't know. I got into a great routine where I was listening to binaural beats.
Yeah.
But I had to stop because I like it like quiet when I go to bed. So I started looking up white noise and things
Yeah.
like that. I
Yeah.
eventually come across binaural beats, and I'm like, I really like that. But I'll listen to them and to like drown out like the kids' TVs or whatever else is going on when I go to
Right.
bed. Because it's at this time of year, it's daylight when I
Yeah.
go to bed. It's the sun's up.
Yeah.
And I'll be like half asleep, just falling asleep, and it'll go to an ad. And it'll come in and be like, wham, do you like commercial-free
I
music? And
know.
you're like, oh,
I know. I'll be asleep
like
and it's like,
I had,
hey, Peloton user. And I was like, God,
yeah.
why?
And I had to so I had to stop because it like one night it did that to me like 2-3 times in a row. And I'm like, this is keeping me up more than it's putting me down.
Yeah.
Find like a good, just even an hour long one that's like commercial free.
Right.
That would be great.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I was cracking up in the middle of the night though, thinking like, who's giving this thumbs down?
Yeah.
What the
like
hell?
Especially if it's like white noise where it's just
yeah. Well, today we were redoing the floors in the basement and we had the fan on and like I sleep with like thunder and our fan on. And so I kept yawning when we're trying to do the floors because I was like,
this is too much what it's like when I'm sleeping.
I'm like, oh, it's time to go to bed. Oh, but we're doing the floors. Focus, focus, focus.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh
nice.
man. Oh, well, you know what? I'll leave that for Pep in my step. I'll leave that for that.
One thing I was gonna mention is the guy I've been working with, Brandon. There's 2 of us in the shop.
Yeah.
For the first few days we just had on the radio, like whatever's on. Half the time we can't even hear it because machines were hammering. There's a lot going on.
Sure.
But one day he was like, hey, our radio has Bluetooth if you want to use like Pandora or Spotify or anything.
Okay.
And I go, well, I'll put on Spotify. And I just put it on all the songs I have that's like on them. I got like liked. You know what I mean?
There's like all your favorites, like a Jeff Jones.
800 of them.
Oh shoot, like a mixtape.
It's just songs I've liked, you know. And
yeah.
I even told him like, hey, some of these are goofy, but and he was like, oh, do you have any like? Is like he goes, what did he say? He's like, oh, is there a weird like guilty pleasure songs in there? And I go, guilty pleasures. I said, yeah, kinda, I guess.
We're like, yeah. Meatloaf.
I didn't say any of that. You know what I get? First thing I thought was, yeah, the roller jams. There's a lot of roller jams that'll come across. I go, if you want, we can skip them. Just let them roll on, man. It don't matter to me.
Yeah. Roll like, out.
The first like 20 songs it played were like, I don't even know. It would be like, oh my gosh. I think there's like a Katy Perry song that's on there and like a Billie Eilish. Like, that kind of songs. I don't know how those got on there, but there's a couple of them liked that are, but they hit like all 15 of these goofy songs.
Was he like?
Yeah. He's like, this ain't roller jam. You don't think this is a guilty pleasure? Like, man, I don't even know how this got on there. I had to say that like 6 times.
Oh my God.
Like, yeah. Like there's a lot of Dolly Parton, things like that.
Oh yeah.
Tina Turner.
Well, I mean, she's pure. That's why.
Right. Tina Turner.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Were you singing with it?
Yeah, but I did not dance. I refused. This guy don't know me.
Okay.
I ain't trying to put that out there yet.
Well, give him a minute. Who knows? Maybe he's your new dance-off partner.
I'm not saying he's not. You know?
Yeah, you're just giving him some space.
Right.
To find his place.
I don't see us having like that dirty dancing moment or nothing where I'm running across the shop. Not yet.
Then he drops you. It's bad. Because then the Mothman pops up, lets you know it's going to go wrong.
I'll probably see him right before I get there for the lift.
Right. Yeah. Oh, man.
That's been a good time, though.
Yeah. Cool. Look at, I got new cards that have foil on them. Can you see it?
Hologram? What is that?
No, it's foil. So like they foiled out. So I got new trading cards and the foil, look at it.
Nice. I like that.
It's pretty cool. I only give one out now because I'm like, it has foil and these are expensive. Before I was like shoving out like 10 and 15 at a time, like do what you want with them.
You know, they wrap gum in that, right?
Yeah. Not these ones. Look at it. But speaking of, I'm sorry. I'm not rushing you for Pep in the step, but.
Do I have pep in the step?
Yeah, do you have pep in your I feel like the whole episode was pep in the step.
I know. I had a couple. I was gonna mention pep in the step has been Dad calling me this week on the Mothman documentary.
Yeah.
That is cracking me up.
That is funny. He's a funny dude.
Yeah. But really another thing I've been getting into is this came across my YouTube channel feed thing.
Yeah.
I clicked on it and it was called Wall of Boxes.
Okay.
I've seen it before. Have I talked about that on here?
No.
It's a Japanese game show.
Okay.
Okay. And it's called Wall of Boxes. And it's about there's 4 people sitting on top of these boxes. There's a wall of them. And the wall is probably 12 feet high.
Okay.
Maybe 40 feet wide. Each of them seems like they got about 10 or 15 feet of their own color boxes.
Yeah.
And they just, all you do is you pick a number on the wall. It's like 1 through 20. And it'll spin around. And whatever is written on there comes out and attacks your boxes. And you have to stay on top of the boxes. But they do have like bungee cords hooked to them. So when your boxes fall, they're left hanging there like in a harness.
Oh, okay.
And so that has been cracking me up. I've seen a couple of them before, but it came back around. So I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. I haven't thought of that in so long.
Yeah.
And so then that led into like all these Japanese game shows I've been watching.
Yeah.
And on 80% of them, most of them, the subtitles aren't even right.
Yeah.
Like we can't understand what they're saying, but the subtitles make no sense. It's it's nothing close to what they're saying.
Is it like a translation? It's trying to translate?
I don't know if it's YouTube trying to translate what they're saying, but none of it's right.
Yeah.
It's not even sentences that make sense.
Right.
So you don't even know what's going on. But the one that I got sucked into right before we recorded today is just like Hole in the Wall.
Okay.
The foam is coming at the people and they got to get in the same shape as the foam or not come in the water. I think this one was called, I think it translated as foam goo.
Oh, okay.
And they get knocked into like what's almost looks like honey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. We watched, I'm trying to think what the show was called, but it was like, they have all these events but like the translation, whatever they're saying is not appropriate. Like we used to watch it when Peanut was little and we just started rewatching it again. And like at the end they yell, "Don't get eliminated." Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's called I'll look it up. I'll find it and send you a message because it's like different activities. So like in one, they are at the top of a wall and they're in teacups and they have to stay in the teacup and slide down the wall. And then, then one is like, they have to run through these obstacles that like there's paper walls and then sometimes they're just a door and they bounce off and they're out.
I want to say I have watched that with you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we probably showed you before. It's something like, I can't even think what it's called. We just started watching it again.
Isn't it like a Japanese game show, but there are like English subtitles dubbed over that are...
Well, yeah, it's 2 English commentators dubbing over, but they're talking in the way of like the people on the game show. Like the one girl's like, "I love ketchup!" And like when she gets to the top of the hill, and I'm like, I was like, I don't think she said that. And then they were like, "Oh, here's Mr. Snippy Pits," and like they just make up like funny names, and they're like, it's so random. It's so random. And like they'll have to swing out and around and Velcro to a wall, but then they miss it like 90% of the time. Oh my God. The other one, they had to have a horse costume on and they were like, their face was like,
I've watched that one before.
And they were on skates.
Yep.
Oh, I almost wet my pants.
Like the 2-man horse costume?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
No,
but
that
go
was
ahead.
it.
Yeah.
Nope, Japanese game shows with goofy subtitles.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. My pep in the step this week is that I've been looking for there's been a drum circle advertised here in Johnson City for I don't know as long as we've lived here, and I can never figure out when it is.
Are you showing up there with your
my meditation drum?
Meditation drum.
No, but I do have an actual drum, and I have shakers, and they have drums there for you to use. like big, huge drums, like $700 drums. You know what I mean? And no, but it is funny because I forgot to take that one, you know, in case like little kids come up or something, they could use it. But so I have a meeting that got moved every Wednesday, and so now I'm like, shoot, I finally found the drum circle, and I went last week.
Nice.
And it was like, I think it was 96 degrees when I got there. It was we got there 6
outside,
o'clock, 7
outdoors
o'clock.
or indoors?
Yeah, it's outdoors. It's at like where our farmers market is. There's just an open built. It's like an open walkway,
nice.
and we were all in there. And the fun part was like, you know, people walk by and they're like, "Look at that cult," or you know, they're like, and then other people would like walk by and dance. But the cool part was like, you're all just doing your own thing, but it sounds like a song.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
How many people? How many people showed up?
There was 20.
Nice. That's a good size.
That was so, yeah. And then I didn't know, like, whoever is on the like stick thing, like there's a tree trunk. No, it looked like a tree trunk they had like hollowed out, and then when you hit it, it makes different noises. And I guess whoever's on that's like leading the beat. And so then the guy, I look over and the one guy's like, "Hey, we need more wood." He yelled at, and then I just started like slapping the crap out of the wood, and like the little old lady next to me is like, "Can you slow it down?" It's like, "Okay, Linda." Right when we got there, she's like, "I'm so excited you're here." And she grabbed both of my hands with her hands, and she had just put like drum balm on it, and she put that salve all over my hands. And I was
Linda,
like,
let's just worry about keeping our hands to ourselves.
Linda with the drum balm, with the salve.
Linda, listen, Linda.
Linda, take your greasy mitts.
your balm palms.
Yeah. So I finally found it.
Nice. That sounds like a good time.
We were there for like 2.5 hours. Our friend, she brought her daughter, and she's like 21, and she's like, "This is stupid," and she left to go get a drink. She just left us. Yeah, it was funny. Nice. Here, I'm going to show you a picture real quick. Let me see. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, here we are. Can you see us?
Oh, yep. Nice.
Yep. That's nice. Melissa and I. And then we were, oh, here's when I was on the stick.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Was that Linda next to you?
Then here's when I'm on the big drum. This was, I was on the one next to Linda. She bombed it up for me.
Yeah, I bet she did.
Yeah. She's like, "Can you come next week?" I was like, Linda,
don't be pushing.
I am not committing. Okay, I just got back to CrossFit.
Right, Linda. One thing at a time.
Yeah. Actually, let me show you the one picture in here, because I was like, "Oh my God, look at my CrossFit arm." Like, can you see my muscle? Can you see the...
Who just takes a picture of your arm?
No, I just zoomed in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you.
No, but can you see it? Like, see my muscle in the CrossFit arm?
I see it.
I was laughing about that. I'm like, look, I'm back at CrossFit for 1 week, and I got muscle popping out of my...
I know. That's why Linda's like, tone it down some.
Yeah. Man, good times. Nice. I know. I'm going to take my little $150 meditation drum and be like, beep, beep, beep. No, but I was on the cowbell. They put a cowbell on top of the one drum, so I hit the drum and the cowbell at the same time.
You should try to make... All right, listen to here.
Okay.
Right, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Double cowbell. 2 cowbells.
Oh, oh man.
I'm not even sure how you can do it. You just need to find a way. Double
cowbell. Yeah, because someone had like the little thing like this with the spoon, like the
clacker, like a clacker.
But it was like wood. Yeah. And they were like salad tongs, it looked like, and they were just slapping them together. You should take my little salad tong and be like,
I feel like you could get like a double cowbell, like a...
Oh, yeah.
Linda would love that.
Oh, man. But instead of like you have one handle, but 2 cowbells on it, and
that's
then just...
I'm saying.
Yeah. Like...
Double cowbell.
Oh, my God. Okay. Oh,
just,
man.
Hey, you know?
Man. Huh? Who knew? All right.
All right.
You heard it here first. Balm, palm, and double cowbell.
Yep.
And Mothman prophecies. It's a good week.
It is going to be a good week. I'll have some good stories for next week for sure.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, same. I'm going to a retreat this weekend, this coming up week.
Nice.
Yeah, it's called All About Me. It sounds like...
Oh, are you going by yourself?
No. No.
You know, if you just set a tent in your backyard, that's not a retreat.
Oh, yeah. No, and why is it a retreat? How do I treat instead of a retreat? Like, how do I treat again?
It's all about you.
I should just go to the All About Me treat, though. It's a first. It's not a retreat. I just need to treat it once.
You better get your spot. I hear they only take one.
Yeah. Uno. It'll just be me and my meditation drum. Oh. And then getting YouTube yelling at me going, "Hey, Peloton user!"
Yeah, but then Linda, can you quit hitting that? It's 10:30. Linda.
It's quiet time now.
How'd you even get here, Linda?
I know. The stars don't like that. It's too much. Universe said shut it down.
Nice.
All right, Jeffy. Well, I'll see you next week, and we hope you guys have an awesome week. We'll see you again soon.
All right, keep on keeping on.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Like, tell them again and again. Like, so what would that be called? Share the fun.
Annoying. Oh.
Spread the word, not the virus.
Nice.
Not your legs.
That should be on a bumper sticker. So much energy. Spread the word, not your legs.
Yeah, or the virus.
Yep, spread the word, not the virus.
Yeah.
We've got to get those shirts and stickers made. I'd just leave them on cars at Tim's or at Myers.
Oh, yeah. But then people will email us if they're mad.
Yeah. At least they're talking to us.
At least they're spreading the word. They're getting it out there.
Nice.
All right, Jeffy, I'll see you next week.
All right, see ya.
Okay, bye.